are coming up to the microphone right now, rapidly discussing what the words to that song are. Just about $15 in cash from the senior high choir. They're discussing right now who's going to sing the lead. They're going to do Jingle Bells. They're coming to the microphone.
Okay.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you, guys. We'll be hearing from the Wadena Senior High School Choir in just a moment. We're going to be setting up the bleachers so that they may sing. But while we're doing that, we're going to do the first of 4 songs by the rock group Sapphire. The first is Driving My Life Away. The Wadena Senior High School Choir, directed by Paul Montan.
Noel, then let us sing.
Thank you, the Wadena Senior High School Choir, led by Paul Montan with their Christmas songs this evening. We're going to go right into another selection by the rock group Sapphire while we get reset up here at the Wadena Junior High School gym. Our phone number this evening at 631-2430. And we'd like to hear those phones ringing with your contributions to our Empty Stocking Fund program this year. One 2430 is our number this evening on our community, or rather our Empty Stocking Fund program. Please give us a call at 631-2430. We have a few more donations. $5 from Mr. and Mrs. Melvin Smith of Wadena, a sack of groceries from the Little Store, and $10 from the Don Baumgart family of Monaga. And thank you so much. Some children's clothing and boots from Jennifer and Gina Roars. $5 from Hank Thompson of Stanley Windows will play Chopsticks on the accordion. $5 from Arlene Fisher, Stanley Windows, and Lenny Hadakainen will play a number. And they've got Lenny's phone number here. Perhaps he'll come on down. Maybe he is listening this evening and join Stanley in playing a song tonight on our Empty Stocking program. And we're getting set. Erwin Dexter is going to recite a song, recite a poem. Okay, Erwin, go right ahead.
It's a hidden treasure. There may be signs of slipping as our body needs repair. Father Time now has met us by the color of our hair. Some may think that we're all falsehood by our glasses and false teeth, but great love for one another has been hidden far beneath. So let us take our hidden treasures and with other ones may share, spreading out the seeds of kindness, helping with their burdens there. We may hurt from some old troubles, some have other aches and pain, but the love for friends and neighbors seems it always does remain. Now we have things so much better than our elders that grew old. There was no plumbing in the household, all their bathrooms in the cold. As we think back of our elders, our way of living they never knew, yet the way they have taught us, loving kindness and be true. So let us build on their foundation, stronger yet so it will last, so our young may enjoy this treasure as we have back in the past. Now they say we should look forward and forget about the past, but loving kindness of these people has for me forever last.
And that was Erwin Dexter with a poem here on our Empty Stocking Fund program. And right now, Irvin's going to sing a couple of musical selections accompanied by Cliff Hemphill on the guitar.
I think I'll sing the... Ready?
Yep.
While walking one night in the pretty moonlight where pine and shadow sway, that's where I heard that silly old bird hooting his time away. Who are you lost along the way? Who are you in moon as light as day? Who are you in shadows there so tall? Who are you? 'Tis the hoot I'll call. I wandered back to the little old shack where often I'd been before. Once more I heard that silly old bird as I opened a small cabin door. Who are you lost along the way? Who are you in moon as light as day? Who
Irwin Dexter singing for you on the Empty Stocking Fund program. Let's hear those telephones ring. Come on, 631-2430, and hear what your contribution will be to the 1980 Empty Stocking Fund program. 631-2430. Let's hear those phones ring now for the next few minutes right in succession. 631-2430. Irwin Dexter, more music.
I just wrote this, and so I'm going to have to look on the... Here's what. It's a Christmas song. Christmas brings happiness to little girls and boys. They laugh and sing while mothers bring their new clothes and their toys. I wonder if they realize on television show that Christ was born at Bethlehem before the radio. The shepherds tend their flocks at night beneath the dim starlight, while in the hay where Jesus lay a star shone above so bright. How did they get the word around so the wise men know that Christ was born at Bethlehem without the radio? The wise men traveled through the night well lighted by the star. The only guiding that they had, the brightest one afar. They took their gifts to Jesus there wherever he did lay. That's why we always celebrate upon each Christmas day. So let's thank God at Christmas time for presents we receive. Jesus is the bread of life they taught us to believe. So let's share gifts with other ones because it's proven so that God can get the word around without the radio.
Dexter with a song that he wrote himself entitled The Christmas Song. And Irwin again with a number entitled One Little Church Door. I think you've done that one before, haven't you, Irwin?
Yeah, I've done that last year. I think I can sing that without the book, but we'll have it here in case we need it. One night as I drove in the little churchyard where often I had stopped before, the moon shone over the tall treetop and lit up the little church door. So come here tonight in the pretty moonlight if never you've been here before. For Jesus is watching from heavens above to light up the little church door. For a moment I stood at the edge of the wood, at heavenly beauties I'd glare. The long shadows fall from the treetops so tall, all nature seemed calling me there. So come here tonight in the pretty moonlight if never you've been here before. For Jesus is watching from heavens above to light up the little church door. Before I went in, I pictured again how beautiful nature could be. As I gazed in the skies with the wondrous surprise, if only our Jesus I'd see. So come here tonight in the pretty moonlight if never you've been here before. For Jesus is watching from heavens above to light up the little church door.
All right, Irwin Dexter. Thank you very much, Irwin, for those fine selections and that poem. We appreciate it very much. How about it? Haven't heard that phone ring too many times, although I've got some cards, and I want to thank you for that. 631-2430. Keep that phone ringing with your contribution to the 1980 Empty Stocking Fund program. Well, here are some of the latest contributions that have been called in. We have a box of clothing donated by the Wadena United Church of Christ. Thank you very much for that. We have, oh wow, what have I got here? We have a white smock from Grace Klingensmith. Thank you very much. We have $5 donated by Art Vierkant. If Stanley Windulls and Leonard Hodakainen will do the Wabash Cannonball.
They are here, and they're going to play.
They're going to do it. Okay, very good. We have a $20 cash gift from the San Roadrunners 4-H Club. Thank you very much for that generous gift. Here's $2 cash donation from an anonymous giver. Thank you very much for this. What is this? $10 from the Dave Walter family. Keith, Amy, and Jen only, I don't believe this, only if Dave sings Rudolph. Okay, we'll do anything. $5 from Gina Roars if Irwin Dexter will sing that Silver-Haired Daddy of mine. Where are you, Irwin? You going home, or are you going to sing that later on? Okay, Irwin will do it. We have a $10 cash donation from the Hewitt Lioness Club. $10. Thank you very much. We have some children's clothing and boots donated by Jennifer and Gina Roars. Thank you very much for that. We have $5 from Hank Thompson if Stanley Windells will play chopsticks. Stanley, you got that one all worked up? Where's Stanley go? Well, he was going to do it. I know that. There's no question. And we have $5 from Arlene Fisher. If Stanley Windells and Lenny Hodakainen will play a number, and they're going to be doing that just a little bit later on. So there's some nice contributions to the Empty Stocking Fund. Let's hear that phone ring now right on up through 10 o'clock at 631-2430. Now here's more music, hopefully by Sapphire, pre-recorded.
Music from the rock group Sapphire. That's called Good Golly, Miss Molly. Here's Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Well, Dan, some good news as far as the cash donations are concerned. Right now, $1,060.57, plus I have a number of cards here with some nice donations, so we're moving right on up, and people are responding very graciously and generously to the 1980 Empty Stocking Fund program. Thank you to Viola and Helmer Lapinoia of Monaga for a generous $5 cash donation tonight. Here's a $1 cash donation that comes from Beth Top, and she says, if Dewey Top will sing "Old Christmas Tree" in German. All right, and obviously I should have moved back because the people from Monaga, Lapinoias, requested a song by Irwin Dexter. Irwin will be back singing a little bit later on. Here's a $10 cash donation from the Garden Club of New York Mills. Thank you very much for that. Mrs. Merle Skolman of Wadena has donated $5. Here is a $10 cash donation from the Peddler in Verndale, Dan and Bob Carr, donating there. $42 in cash from the girls at the Wadena Medical Center. Thanks a lot. And they want Stanley Wendell and Lenny Hodakainen to sing a Christmas song, and you guys are going to be singing a little bit later on here, right? Here's a generous cash donation of $100 from the employees of J.C. Penney in Wadena. So with those cash donations, that will bring us well up over the $1,250 mark. Thank you. Let's hear those phones ring. 631-2430. That's the number to call with your donation to the 1980 Empty Stocking Fund program. Right now, we'd like to introduce to you, for your entertainment, Pastor Lauren Apel of Wadena and a couple of selections. Lauren?
This song is called "That's Why There's a Christmas Day."
Thank you, Lauren. We'll be right back. You've got another selection for us. We have a couple of contributions we'd like to acknowledge. We have a listener up at Osage this evening, John Allanen. who has contributed $5 to our Empty Stocking program, and thanks so much, John. $10 from the Marvin Pulyu family of Monaga. $5 from Wilcox and Risky, and they want to hear the Rangers Waltz. Anybody who happens to know that one this evening and would like to play it, they'd like to hear it. $5 from the Dennis Mensky family. $10 from Clarence Sitchie of Henning. $10 from Bob and John at Olson Construction. Thanks, guys. And $5 for Dan Sartell to sing Jingle Bells. Gene Stromberg has requested that. If Dave will sing, I think I might attempt it as well. But, Lauren, you have another song?
Yes.
Okay.
This called Be Careful of Stones That You Throw. A tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it can sow. But unless you've made no mistakes in your life, be careful of stones that you throw. A neighbor was passing my garden one time. She stopped and I knew right away. It was gossip, not flowers, she had on her mind. And this is what I heard my neighbor say. That girl down the street should be run from our midst. She drinks and she talks quite a lot. She knows not to speak to my child or me. My neighbor then smiled, and I thought, a tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you've made no mistakes in your life, be careful of stones that you throw. A car speeded by and the screaming of brakes, this sound, it made my blood chill. For the neighbor's one child had been pulled from the path and saved by a girl lying still. Then my neighbor cried out, oh, who was that girl so sweet? I covered the crushed, broken body and said, 'twas the bad girl that lived down the street. A tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you've made no mistakes in your life, be careful of stones that you throw.
Thank you, Reverend Lauren Apel, for a nice song, and we appreciate his contribution to our Empty Stocking program this evening. 631-2430 is our number. We'd like to hear those phones start ringing again. They're ringing fairly regularly here a couple of minutes ago, but have since stopped. We'd like to hear those phones ring. Give us a call now at 631-2430. That's our Empty Stocking program lines tonight. We'd like to hear your donation being phoned in. We'll acknowledge your contribution on the air. Well, I hear the strains of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in the background, and Beulah is on the piano. Dave Walter is going to sing, and that's, of course, that $10 that his family has decided to contribute to our Empty Stocking program.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so red, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
That was Dave Walter and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Super job, Dave. I had a request to sing Jingle Bells, but I can't carry a tune in a 5-gallon pail, so we'll kind of dispense with that this evening. We have the German Polka Band coming up. John Lindley for the Wadena Senior High School has a bunch of very talented musicians moving on into the junior high gym. They're going to take a moment to get set up, and while they do that, we'll take a look at a few more of those contributions that have been called in. We'd like to hear you jingle our phones tonight at 631-2430. $20 from Dr. Ness. Thanks so much, Doc. $5 from Ruth Trievenbach. Request for Lauren Apel. Who do you think? Lauren, if you could stick around, perhaps you would get you back to the microphone. $5 from Kathy Hanlon for Sapphire to play another song. They have exhausted their music. They did pre-record their music so as not to have to haul all their equipment down this evening. So unfortunately, we don't have any more music from Sapphire, but we still would appreciate that contribution. Thank you, Kathy. $10 and 3 boxes of children's and family clothing from the Jim Gaydon family. Thank you so much. $5 from Harry Risky of Nimrod. And he wants Irvin Dexter to sing The Silver-Haired Daddy of Mine. $5 from Randall Horn family of Manzoon, Oklahoma. I don't know if they're up visiting or what, but we might be getting a few distant listeners this evening. Wow.
Here we are.
I guess so. They've got a good radio. $5 for Irvin Dexter to sing from Lucille and Art Lapinoya of Sabika. $5 from Mr. and Mrs. Walter Zulke. $5 from Matt Helmberg of Staples. Thank you so much. And that goes along with Art Bierkant's contribution. They wanted to hear Stanley and Lenny Hoytikainen sing. They're coming up in just a minute. A box of clothing from Wendell Terry. And thank you so much. Is our German band almost set and ready to go? Dave, if you could move the microphone maybe right in the middle. And what songs are we going to hear, John?
Close to Waltz, first thing. And Forget Your Wife and Drive But Do Not Drink.
Okay. 3 selections from the Wadena High School German Band. Senior High School German Band, and that's the first of 3 selections they have for us tonight. We have $50 from the Wadena Fire Department. Thank you so much for that generous contribution. Ruben Thunberg of Sabika has donated $5. $25 from Huber Motors in Wadena. $10 from Ray and Marilyn Brink. And thanks so much, Ray and Marilyn. $100 has been contributed by the Wadena High School Student Council, and this is in addition to any proceeds over $100 from the Christmas buffet on December 13th. And we certainly appreciate those fine contributions. Our cash total is mounting up this evening. Looks like we're going to have a super empty stocking fund program this year, but we certainly would like to acknowledge your contribution. Get those phones ringing at 631-2430. Here's another selection from the high school German band. One more selection from the Wadena High School German band. 631-2430 is the empty stocking program lines. Let's hear them jingle while the German band gets into their third selection. So much to the Wadena Senior High School German band as they are helping us out with the empty stocking program this year. We have a couple of other contributions. $5 from the Manley Erickson family. Thanks so much. Mr. and Mrs. Bill Stone of Henning have called in a donation of $10. It's very easy to do. Pick up your phone, give us a call. 631-2430 is our empty stocking program lines this evening. We're into the final half hour of our program. Things are going to be wrapping up very quickly. And we hope that if you have been thinking about donating to the Empty Stocking Fund and making the Christmases of the less needy, or the less fortunate and the needy in our area a little bit merrier, we hope that you'll phone in that contribution real quickly. Stanley Wendels and Lenny Hoytikainen are all set to play a little song. And right before we do that, we'd just like to say that we have reached cash contributions this evening of over $1,600. And that doesn't warm your heart, I don't know what does. We'd like to push that total up a little bit more. Let's hear those phones start ringing again. What are we going to hear? Lenny?
I'll do a Finlander number for all them Finlander friends of mine in Sebeka, Managa, and New York Mills.
Okay, Lenny. Lenny and Stanley, go ahead.
Kukahan se saunan lämmittää ja kukahan se löylyn heittää. Kukahan se saunan lämmittää ja kukahan se löylyn heittää. Naiset ne saunan lämmittää ja miehet ne löylyn heittää. Naiset ne saunan lämmittää nasi mei nasi mei nasi olla ja mei nasi olla yksin. Siniset silmät ja punaiset posket sai minun vietää yksi. Siniset silmät ja punaiset posket sai minun vietää yksi. Kukahan se saunan lämmittää ja kukahan se löylyn heittää. Kukahan se saunan lämmittää ja kukahan se löylyn heittää. Naiset ne saunan lämmittää ja miehet ne löylyn heittää. Naiset ne saunan lämmittää ja miehet ne löylyn heittää. Sieltä se tullaan jylkyttää, se naapuri iso härkän. Sieltä se tullaan jylkyttää, se naapuri iso härkä. Eihän se tainnut saa ja mettää, kun nokan pää oli märkä. Eihän se tainnut saa ja mettää, kun nokan pää oli märkä. Meinasi olla ja meinasi olla yksin. Meinasi olla ja meinasi olla yksin. Siniset silmät ja punaiset posket sai minun vietää yksi. Siniset silmät ja punaiset posket sai minun vietää yksi.
Lenny Hoytikainen with a Finnish song. Right before we get to our next number from these two gentlemen, $5 has been called in by Rita Erickson, and they want Lenny to sing Lucille. I don't know what he's got planned, but he is going to sing again right now. Boxes of clothing for Marlene Paulson and Dorothy Huckle. Thank you so much. $10 for Merlin and Carolyn Jennings. And we have $5 for Mr. and Mrs. Lyle Bushinger for Lauren Apel to sing again. And that might be worked out. I don't know how, we'll see how we do on time. Here is a request for Don Bottomiller to sing Yankee Doodle Dandy from the Homecrest employees. They are giving $100. Thanks so much from everybody down at Homecrest. And Don Bottomiller, if you're still up, Yankee Doodle Dandy is the request for you. Well, we have one more song. Stanley and Lenny, what are you going to play this time?
Red Wing.
Red Wing.
Uh-huh.
Hit it.
We gotta go with Red Judy then.
There once lived an Indian maid, a shy little prairie maid, who sang all day a love song gay, and on the trail she'd follow her the day when she loved a warrior boy, this shy little maid of all. But brave and gay he rode away to battle far away. Oh, the moon shines tonight on pretty Red Wing. The breeze is sighing, all-night birds crying. Oh, far, far away, oh, brave is grieving.
bit of the Beer Barrel Waltz. Maybe.
Okay, real quickly, we're running short of time, but whip through it quick. Thank you so much, Stanley Windles and Lenny Hoytikainen, for coming down and sharing with us tonight on the Empty Stocking program for 1980, coming to you from the Wadena Junior High School gym. And we have another performer stepping up to the microphone. We haven't heard those phones ringing in a couple of minutes. Let's hear you your donations at 631-2430. We've had a lot of calls already this evening. We still have about 15 minutes or so before we wrap things up for this year. So please make those phones ring right now if you'd like to call in your contribution this evening. And we have Angie Stasky, who is going to play, I believe, Coventry Carol. Okay. Angie, go ahead. Our thanks to Angie Stasky for helping us out with our Empty Stocking program this evening. A super song, Coventry Carol. And Dave, I don't know what do we have next. Irwin Dexter is coming back. He is going to, I don't know exactly what selection he's going to do. But while he's getting ready, we have a $5 donation from Clarence and Dottie Ose. Thank you so much for that contribution. Give us a call, 631-2430. On the Empty Stocking program for 1980. We have a few minutes remaining and we'd like to acknowledge your donation.
Now, this is an old one I ain't sung for a long time, so I'll try it anyway. When it's lamplighting time in the valley. There's a light shining bright in a cabin. In the window it's shining for me. And I know that my mother is waiting for the boy she's longing to see. When it's lamplighting time in the valley, then in my dreams I go each night I can see her as she rocks in her chair to and fro. And I pray that I'll come back to see her, but I know that I never can go. When it's lamplighting time in the valley, then in my dreams I go back to my home. I can see that old lamp in the window. It'll guide me wherever I roam. So she lights up her lamp and sits waiting, for she knows not the crime I have done. But I hope that someday I will see her up in heaven when life's race is won.
Erwin, you're going to do Silver-Haired Daddy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
try it.
Well, just right before we get to that, $10 in new toys, games, and books from Lauren and Audrey Mosman, and that will be picked up. Our cash total stands right now at $1,740.57. And we would certainly like to thank everyone who has called in and contributed to our program this evening. We still have a couple of minutes, and while Erwin gets into Silver-Haired Daddy of Mine, let's hear those phones ring again.
Oh, in a vine-covered shack in the mountain, bravely fighting the battle of time, is a dear one that's withered life's sorrow, is that silver-haired daddy of mine. If I could recall all those heartaches, dear old daddy, I've caused you to bear. If I could erase those lines from your face and bring back the gold to your hair, but I know it's too late, dear old daddy, to recall all those sorrows and care. But a mother dear waits up in heaven just to comfort and solace you there.
Thank you, Erwin, my Silver-Haired Daddy of Mine. We have another $5 donation from Milton, Ethel, and Pearson, and thank you so much. They've enjoyed the program. We'd like to hear comments like that, and we'd like to hear the phone ring. Dave, we have a few more, just a couple of minutes remaining in our program.
Well, we want people to get on the phone and give us a call. Just as you said, a few more minutes. 631-2430 is that number to call. We'll be wrapping up our Empty Stocking program here in just a few minutes, at least as far as the radio talent show tonight. But that's certainly not the end of it, because if you haven't called in tonight or made your donation, you have an opportunity in the next couple of days to do that. You can take your gift or donation of clothing or non-perishable food, whatever, or toys to the lower level of the Fire and Police Station in Southeast Colfax, or you can bring your monetary contribution to the Wadena Pioneer Journal office, or you can mail it to either the Pioneer Journal or up to KWAD, and we'll make sure that it gets to the right people. So whether you've pledged tonight or whether you've been thinking about it and want to do it anonymously from this point on, you're very welcome to do that. I think we had a big request for Don Bottomiller to do a little bit of Yankee Doodle. Is that going to happen?
Don ran across the street and has decided to go along and sing Yankee Doodle. So if Don wants to, we got the microphone coming up. So, Don?
I hope that you have the pledges in hand on this here, and my apologies to the radio audience for having to put up with my intonation.
From the Homecrest employees for you to sing. So
we would have never called you if we didn't have the money.
I believe it. Yankee Doodle went to town a-riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle hiccuped up, Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy.
Homecrest's own Yankee Doodle dandy, Don Bottomiller, and that's for $100 from the employees down at Homecrest. And thanks, Don. Beulah is going to play one more selection for us this evening, right before we get to the close of our Empty Stocking program. You still have time to give us a call. We have another donation, $26 from the Wadena Jaycees. They have met and beat the New York Mills Jaycees Challenge. Beulah, go ahead. Pearson, thank you so much. We had a request, $2 phoned in if Beulah would play any number from Ruth and Grace in room 507 at Humphrey Manor East. Thank you so much. $25 from the Don Bottomiller family. Thank you. $5 from George Aho of Verndale. $5 from Viola Taffy of Wadena. Thank you so much. Dick Hess, a few closing words for our program.